All right. Hello, everyone. Um, Again, usual start of the stream checkup. I'm just gonna see if my voice is leveled correctly compared to the stream. All right. Give me a second. And okay, you can cut this out. Okay, let's see how this sounds. And that sounds okay. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Just this much smaller. Okay, okay. So last stream, I finished Mist, and I didn't want to get right into Riven because I'm going on a holiday again for another week in a bit. So I didn't want to jump straight into Riven. We'll be doing that when I come back from the holiday. But in the meantime, I was looking for a game I could play, and I remember that I have this game in my Steam library. So today we're going to be playing Soko Loco Deluxe. It's a very fun game, a very simple game about. Okay, hold on. So today we okay. It's a very simple game about trains. I've played a bit of it, but I'm gonna play the first few chapters again to show you. Where did I end up? Oh, close to the end. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back from the start, and yeah, I'm going to show you how it works. I think I could skip the entire tutorial. All right. So um, we have got an objective, which currently is to get 3 plagues. And to do that, we are going to have to gather resources and turn them into stuff. And to do that, we're gonna have to bring them using trains. So here we've got 2 villagers, 2 workers that aren't doing anything, and we want to put them to chop some wood. And they're going to deposit it in the log platforms right there. And in fact, I'm going to have them work here instead. And we want to build some tracks and stuff to bring the wood to the sawmill to transform it into planks. So the first thing we're gonna need is a few tracks and a train. Um, there we go. And we've got the little train. And we'll also want a wood wagon that will attach to the back of the train. So now we've got a train that's able to pick wood and maybe bring it somewhere. So we want to take the wood from there. To do that, we're going to use a station. And in fact, we need multiple of them. And we want to bring it to here, and then we can do a loop. Oh, there we go. And there we go. And so once we've built our track, we can check out the train and say and program it so it goes to different stations. For example, we want for it to go here and load in, and then to go here and load out. And we turn on the engine, and then we just watch it do its thing. Picks up the logs, brings them to the sawmill, and then we wait until they are turned into planks. And that's how it's gonna work. So here, turn them into planks, and we can grab it. Now later on in the game, they add a lot more features. we have a lot more to think about, like there's stone, there's steel, there's making more villagers so that there's more things, more hands to work on the objectives. And there's even a shop system that says money, which is another resource, and it's really interesting. It's a simple game. It's made by Soko Pop. You might have heard about them. They are a collective of game devs. They used to make one game a month, and that was the selling point of the thing. And they made a short game every month, and they shared it around. And if you were on the Patreon, you get the game. And there's a few games that managed to be very popular. This is one of them. You might have heard of Stacklands, which is this a card-based game. How to put it? Survival game, a card-based survival game, and it is one of their most popular work, and they turned it into a full game. That's the game I started playing, like learning about Sock Pop from. Now they make some bigger projects, and they're not really onto like specifically doing which let's just go straight to the challenge because the other ones are tutorial. So you'll see the rest fairly easily because it's fairly easy to understand. But yeah, no, they're doing a lot of cool stuff. So we need to build this monument. Uh, it's made out of steel. To do this, we'll need more workers, some wood, and some stone. And the idea is that you go to these furnaces. You give one wood and one steel and one rock and one log. That makes some steel. And then we can bring that steel to the monument and have some people working on it. So we are going to start by getting a steady production of wood. First we need to build a garage. Yep. How about here? Sounds good. Next we'll need some wood for the tracks, which are like you can make tracks out of steel, but they're not the most efficient. I mean, it's faster, but it's not really worth it. Not immediately at least. So we need a very simple system to get some wood going on. So station and station to bring the wood around like we did earlier. Now we need to build the lumber camps and a platform so that we can get the wood. And that should be enough. Could just construct the loop afterwards. And since there's only a single train on the track, we can make a system like this where it's like a loop and then you go through the same thing again. Let's build the locomotive and a wood wagon. There we go. And you go to here. Oh, you go here and pick it up, and then you go here and drop it. Let's get some people working in there, and that should be more than enough for now. Alright. Next thing we need is stone. So we are going to, because stone is useful for those platform and stations. They are useful to make those camps and for some other stuff left and right, like bridges, like slopes, which allow you to go up on these higher platforms. Mhm. So we've got a stonemason right there. I believe the best way to do it is to have a train that goes around there. So let's build. How do we rotate again? It's hard. Oh yes. Oh, also the mouse. There and there. Can build a mining camp and get some people working on it ASAP. And then let's just build a train track and then let's link that to the garage. There, we're just gonna have an issue here because we want the train to go in the correct side first. Oh, it's doing quite a lot of wood here. And let's make another locomotive, and let's build a stone wagon this time. So it's just you. I haven't shown you so the tutorials for stone and for steel, but it's basically the same. You know, you get some resources and you get a cart that goes from that place to another place. There we go. And now we've got the same for stone. It's gonna pick up the stone and turn it into bricks. There we go. And some bricks. Perfect. Now, uh, we need to get a bigger population. So how we get a bigger population is we are going to need those windmills, which do the same. They make wheat. So all we need to do is get a farm and I think we need to put a platform next to it and some stations. And we also need some stations here to turn the wheat into bread. But then we need to bring it to one of these town halls in order to get the bread to the inhabitants, so that we can get more workers. Let's build a quick track around all of this. It's gonna be fairly expensive. Well, let's try and cut down on the cost. How about a loop? And then we can tag along like this. There we go. And then it's gonna be the same here. Oh, we're out of planks. We've got a good amount of stone, so I think we can remove some of those to get a farmer working in the fields. And the garage is fairly far away, but we should be able to bring... Oh, let's get someone working in the forest to get some more wood. Like this. Because you can see they are cutting down the trees, and then they're bringing the logs here, and then when there's 3 logs here, the train is able to pick it up and bring it to the station. We're just 1 log away. And then is that correctly oriented? So there, then here. This needs to be like this instead. This needs to be like this instead. And this is going to be like this. When I get 1 more wood. Perfect. No, I don't want to build stuff out of steel. There we go. Yeah, and we should get a lot more wood on this platform. I think that, yeah, there's also a timed version, like for every challenge. And we can fast forward also to get things working faster. There's a time challenge on every single one of those games, but we're not going to bother with this for now. I'm just going to focus on just getting things going where they need to go. But in general, I really like the sock pop art style though. A lot of those games have this pixely kind of aesthetic, and every single one of them has these very like pastel colors that are very pleasing to the eye, I've got to say. It is really nice. We are going to need 1 last locomotive. Hopefully we've got the resources we need. Food wagon that can carry wood and wheat. So we should only need 1 for now, but the system for food is a bit different than the usual system. Yeah, you can drag the carts by hand, by the way, so we don't really need a track that goes all the way there permanently. I mean, we could also just... I always, you know what? I always drag them using tracks, but it's much simpler to just like have them like move on their own. Never really thought about that. Yeah, because you can just... Oh, okay. That makes all of this a lot easier. Let's get one going this way. And let's turn it off. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so you are going to pick from here. You are going to pick and deposit here, because we need to bring the wheat to the windmill, and then take the bread from the windmill and deposit it to the town hall. And let's just get him started. Let's remove a worker from here, and let's remove another one. We want maximum population. So how this works in terms of getting a bigger population is that bread is going to be stored inside of the city hall and is going to be consumed slowly. When there's enough bread at one time, it will make a new house. So what we want is to get as many, and bread also perishes if you leave it out for too long. So what we want is to have like instead of having a one-off like, hey, there's something in there, so it's bringing it and it's using that to make some more resources. We want a constant stream of as much bread as possible. If we want more wheat, we can also like bring this one into the mix, and generally a good way to get more wheat is also to have like two trains on the same railroad, or like on the same system. One just bringing the wheat to the windmill, and the other one taking the bread to the city hall. Once we're done with this, we should be able to get started on smelting some iron. Do we have what it takes for another locomotive? Alright, yeah, we do. Let's just store a locomotive for the iron making. We need a typical locomotive, a wood wagon, a stone wagon, and a steel wagon. And for now, we'll just focus on having a singular train do everything. Yeah, here, like for example, there's a bread that was sent to the down hole, and as you can see, we've got one more inhabitants, and we need one more bread at a time to get one more inhabitants. A good way to do this is also to get another food wagon. A second food wagon is always fairly useful in these situations. It's trying to go back into here. I will not let it. There we go. Let's bring another one and attach it to the train. That way it can take a lot more. It can take a lot more bread at the same time. There we go. Oop. And now it can take up to 2 wheat at a time. I mean, the issue here is that we can't really like have 2 places to store stuff, but we can always run this farm through here. Most importantly, it's able to take a wheat and then bring a... I mean, it was already able to do that. Maybe that wasn't the most useful. But you know that it's still important to have this kind of stuff. And so now we have more workers that are available to work on some stuff. And we are going to... So we're good in terms of wood and stone. We seem to have a decent amount of resources. So let's get working on steel. So for steel, as I've said, we need both wood and stone. and to put it in there, and that will turn it into steel. To do that, we need a good source of wood and a good source of rock close to a smelting oven. Now this one wouldn't be too bad, except that it's fairly far away. I'd rather use this one and use this pile of rocks, because we need a decent supply and this is going to run out fairly quickly. Also, if you're worried about using every single one of the resources, later on they give you a they give you a little thing that you can place around like woods and rocks, and that makes so that there's a 4x4 square of replenishing wood, so you won't run out of that. And at the end of the day, what's cool about this game is that it's really chill. Like you just see your trains running around and you can just build your own stuff on the side. There's a lot of those optimizing games. Technically um, this is a factory construction game. It's just that the form of the factory is a bit different from what you'd usually expect from one of those games, you know. Factorio, Satisfactory. At the end of the day, this is a fairly similar kind of game. But there's something that's different about this one, is that it's really chill. Like, I know Satisfactory is fairly chill in terms of this kinds of game. And I know, like, there's a few more, like Shapes.io. I mean, now it's just called Shapes, but Shapes is another one of those games that's fairly chill. But really, this one, it never feels like there's any kind of pressure. Even like if you, like, because you won't run out of woods and stuff, and even if you feel like you, or even if you do, um, it doesn't really feel like too much of a stressful thing, mostly because I think you've got it's not like a continuous game. You've got um, you've got like a limited objective, and then you go on to another place to do some other stuff. I don't think we need more or at least we either need more farmers or just get rid of those, because we're at a point where the bread gets consumed before it's able to bring a new one. So we either need to make a whole new we either need to make a whole new farm and link it to the system, or I think we're just going to remove these two and get them to work at the wood yard, because we need more wood. We need more wood to be able to complete this track. Could we save some wood here if instead we did something like this and then... Yes, and that saves us a tiny bit of wood. Now, I think the most optimized way to do this, I've been doing this wrong this whole time, because you see this takes one, but then this takes another one. That's 2 planks of wood in a single tile. The best way of doing it is this way, because instead of going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you only use 5 planks, and then you get a little turnaround right at the end. So I'm going to rework all of those places here to work using this system. That we can save up on some wood, because it is a bit expensive at the start of the game. There we go, and we just need to bring a train over here, and we should be able to get some steel going. So we've got our train right there. We've already got it. Let's get you running. Let's take this and let's bring you over to your workstation. Also, yeah, if you like the thing about bread is that it becomes harder and harder to get some more population due to the cost of bread of the bread output becoming greater and greater. But since there's multiple town halls often on games, you can just on maps, you can just switch to another town hall. this one shouldn't be too hard to... Oh, station must be up there. But this one shouldn't be too hard to rig up because the windmill isn't too far away, so we can have a single line of transport. Now, one thing I have come to not really criticize, but be kind of... like, one thing I'll say about this game is that for now I haven't seen really... I mean, I haven't played through the entire thing, so there's probably a lot of levels that are a lot more complicated. And that would require a lot more complex setups to get something that works in a longer game. But I do find that the games that are provided can be fairly short. Oh, but this isn't going to work because, I mean, it is, but not efficiently. The train is a bit too long. Let's make these a lot bigger. Yeah, so one thing we need to... Oh, right, and the stations. The stations, you need one per cart. That's okay. Because see, like this one, the stone wasn't picked up because it was trying to, like, it was right there, but the stone cart isn't on the station, so it cannot interact with whatever. So with a system like this one, for example, it stops on this station and grabs the thing because it is on that station, so it can do it. So stations are like where to stop the train, and carts on the station can be loaded and unloaded. So there, it didn't pick up what it needed to pick up. But yeah, right there, gonna put the stone into here. And it's going to burn and turn into steel. Boop. I'm also going to replace this. We don't need for him to pick up anything. If we don't need for him to pick up anything, we don't need a steel wagon on this one. No. There we go. We're gonna make another train for the steel, I think. So let's get something like this. No, go away. And let's flip the track and let's get him there. There we go. That way, when we get a new cart, we can just have the wagon, and we'll reuse this. Yeah, so the game is a bit like, it's not very in-depth, I think, I find at least. But it does become a lot more complicated at some point. And especially like when you take into account longer missions and stuff. And it has a fairly extensive level editor, which you can use to make some fairly good campaigns. So you can like make the game bigger, get some lens, like change the kind of landscape you're currently building, I think. Let's see. Yeah, you can terraform some things up and all that to make some relief, some heights and hills. You can place some water. You can put some elements like farms and sawmills and stuff, and it's very in depth. And I remember having fun making a few of those. So like there's this one, for example, where it's a fairly lengthy one, and as you unlock more resources, you're able to make some more stuff. For example, here there's a forest and there's some stone, and you start here by making some basic wood for the monument, and then you can use some stones to go ahead, and there's like some sort of progression. Here there's some place where you get some steel and you can make a steel monument, and here there's another monument made out of for money. And I remember having a lot of fun making this one. There's this one too, which is more about water and using bridges. So we got like these 4 monuments in the corners. You get like the starting island and a lot of different islands with bridges that you can use to go from place to place. And I'd like to play on this map because I've never really actually played on this one, so I don't know if it's possible or not. I believe I got a review on Steam because you can then put them on the workshop, and there's like a workshop and you can buy some some things. So for example, I got this one, Grid Islands, and this one was taken on the workshop. So that's fairly nice. There's really it's fairly in depth, and as you can see, there's a lot of different worlds. There's 4 levels per worlds, and there's like 5 worlds, and each have a different focus or whatever. But let's get back to this one. Let's finish this mission first. So we need more inhabitants. I think we can try and get some more stuff going in this village. So let's get one of these stations right there. And let's try and use this station for some wheat. So we will need to lower the amount of people working here and here. And let's get 2 people working there. 2 people working there. And let's add, let's see, stop. You go here, then you go there, then you go here, and then you go there. Here you unload, and here you do both. There we go. And then you can control them manually, like you can say go to, yeah, it tells you where the things are. You can see the tracks and stuff. You can tell him to go somewhere, to skip some steps. It is fairly interesting. Yeah, it is a fairly, like, it's a simple, I'd say it's a simple but efficient game of this sort. If you're interested in it, by the way, there's like a whole bundle of Sock Pop games. There we go, the Sock Pop Deluxe games. So they've got 3 games that they turn into deluxe games, and Simmerland is fairly fun. Brimmer I haven't tested, but I think I should play it probably on live, so because it looks like the kind of stuff I could play. I could play live. But yeah, I'd really suggest playing it. It's really fun. Oh yeah, and I need... hold on, I forgot to put a station there. Can I go through the bench? I can't go through the bench. Well, I forgot to put a station. The train isn't able to actually pick the wheat here. There we go. Turn on the engine. Let's have 2 stations there, and let's also have a second one. Here. So it's able to unload and take. And then it can bring the stuff. Yeah, and you see this bread waited for too long, so it's starting to get it's starting to turn bad. Let's add another station here, just in case. That should be enough. Yeah, and that way it can pick multiple kinds of wheats and stuff. I think we just need to get into a better cycle. Because here's it's always going to deposit 1, and then... I don't know if we can clear this. You know what? Okay, let's turn him off, and let's wait for this bread to expire. Why isn't it picking the rocks here? Oh, I put it to offload accidentally. Okay. Because here it's going to deposit a wheat, take a bread. You know what though? I think we actually need to change this entire setup. Yeah, we need to change this entire setup. So let's get a new setup here. And here. We need to get a second train to do the whole bringing to the town hall thing. So we are going to get something like this. Oh, out of planks. Ah, that might be an issue. Okay, hold on. Let's unemploy these guys and let's get some more. Trees going. Because we need more. We need more wood. Let's see this way, and then here we need a little. That's the issue. There we go. After this, we should be able to just use some steel to bring a new train. Alright, and let's get. So we need a new train and some food wagons. Train, food wagon, food wagon. And then turn on engine. This is going to be a slow one. Ah, well, it is faster on steel. And apparently we've got some more ready in the furnace. Well, that wasn't the correct direction to go into. And here we need a junction using some wood. Alright, so you're going to go here and pick up and go here and put down. And you are going to go there and put down. Let's start you up. And let's start you up. And this should be enough. Skip all the way to here. And this should be enough to get a decent production going. So that we can get some more people working in there. And then we should be able to just build the building, the monument. We can put a lot of people working on there for some more steel. And we can assign a lot of workers here to work on this. I don't think we need more steel ourselves. Yeah, because all we need is a locomotive to bring the steel to here. We're gonna try and offset this one and see if we can offset it to a point where it can just arrive at the windmill when the bread is ready. There we go. Although since the two tracks aren't of the same length, I'm not sure it's gonna work. It's worth a shot. Let's see. Let's start building the steel railroad. Though we are out of wood and we're definitely not gonna get any more. Because we've got our guys working on this. Let's fast forward a little. There we go, that should be one more guy fairly soon. That we can put on making wood. You can try and offset their cycle and their paths, so that they bring the stuff as efficiently as possible. Come on. Ah, nearly there. There we go. This should be enough for one more inhabitant. And I think that's all we can get from this town hall. So let's shut it off and instead put all of our focus towards wood. So that we can get some more tracks here. I could also recycle one of these old ones, but I don't know, it feels nice to keep them. As a reminder of what was. Let's fast forward a little. And this should be our final piece of wood. I don't think we need any more. Yeah. We can send them home fairly soon. And let's get some more people working on there. And then we'll get 3 inhabitants to work on the monument, I think. Maybe just a bit more in order to be able to bring... Ah, well... Now let's just stop the working here. We don't need any more wood. I'm gonna bring out a locomotive so we can use the... we can use what we did last time. The steel wagon that wasn't useful. Let's just bring the locomotive here. I don't think we can mix these two together. Thankfully we have one more piece of wood to input the cart into the system. And let's also bring this one to here. Uh-oh, it's not gonna work as expected. Go! There we go. Alright, so, stop, you go here. You pick up, you go here, you offload. You let out. And send. And then that should be enough. 3 workers on there. And we should get a more than decent amount of steel. And so how monument building works is that we take the steel, we bring it to the monument, and then the workers are going to take it and feed it to the monument. And then we just keep doing that, and then at some point we get a big monument. So let's just fast forward a bit. I think there are multiple steps to a monument, so it might take a while. Yeah, there are multiple steps to a monument. What I'm going to turn down the FX volume so that the train sounds aren't as annoying. And yeah, no, that I really like this game. It's pretty chill. You know, it feels like you're actually building something. It looks really nice. Build mode. Just checking out the other options to see there's some tips, some graphics. This looks weird. Yeah. While this is going, I'm going to talk to you about something I've been. I mean, I'm I'm hesitating. You know, I wanted to play this for the entire weekend next week until I go on holiday, then play Riven. But I was looking on Steam today, and I found a game that could be fairly interesting. There's an aesthetic that I really like, that I really enjoy, and it's liminal spaces. I know they've gotten a bit of a not bad, but you know, a kind of reputation from backrooms and stuff for being just like kids stuff that's spooky or Reddit karma farms. But in general, and honestly, like I get it, it's been overused to death. That doesn't mean the backrooms aren't a very interesting concept and that there aren't any good backrooms game, but just in general, I feel like it's something that deserves a lot more credit. Specifically because I feel like I feel like liminal spaces in general are very interesting in the sense that they are mostly based on I don't know. There's a certain aspect of liminal spaces that's not very explored, and it's the calming and soothing aspect of them. The idea of like because they're a bit oppressing and scary sometimes. If you don't know what a liminal space is, by the way, liminal comes from some Greek word that says in between or passage or something. And in general, 4 out of 10. I forgot it's this long. All right. And basically the point of a liminal space is like some in-between space, so like a corridor, an hotel, and stuff, some stuff like this that feels that is generally empty and that has some strange feel to it. And they are very interesting kind of aesthetic. I really enjoy them, specifically like listening to liminal music, which is pretty chill. And again, I really like this kind of aesthetic, and I think it deserves to be used a lot more in a soothing kind of style. The best example that comes to mind are the pool rooms. You might have seen those renders by Jared Pike. We've got a bit of time, and we should be able to maybe find some that I could show you. Jared Pike. Jared Pike does some very interesting renders of these kinds of pool rooms. Let's see. Don't train me for just putting images on top of the screen. Get me an image source that I can use to just add images. Onto the thing. I'm gonna just cut off the train sounds because they're nice when you just play at normal speed. They can become a bit annoying when you're not. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it should show. I think it shows on the screen, right? Those kinds of images. You might have come across these kinds of images. Yeah, right there. These are like fairly interesting renders, and I found a game on Steam. No, don't remove it, just hide it. There we go. I found a game on Steam that's based around pool rooms, and that presents them in a very interesting way. It's some kind of walking sim around different pool rooms with different aesthetic. It's like kind of horror gamey because it's fairly backroom inspired, but apparently there's no monsters, and there's no threat, and there's no like jump scares or whatever. It's just like walking sim when the fact that you're alone in a place that is strangely constructed is the scariest thing about it. And And I kind of want to play that on stream because it's the kind of game I want to play, and I think it could do so for some very chill gameplay. And so I'm wondering when I'd play it. I think it's something I could do in a week, so it could be something I'm gonna be playing next week. Else it's just gonna be on my backlog. Though with the fact that I've got to buy Rhythm, with the Steam sales, it might be a good opportunity to get it. If you're wondering what the name of the game is, by the way, I think it's just called Pools. Yeah, Pools on Steam. You can look for Pools, and no, it sounds really interesting. It's a pool room walking sim that is made to be fairly realistic with the lighting and the sounds and stuff. And yeah, I think that's something I might play later on. How long is it going to take for this to... Because I don't really think I can... Oh, wait, hold on. The wood guy has been out of stock for a while, and same for the stone guy. That's not good. That is not good. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, you know what? Get stuck on the platform. Get stuck on the platform. And let me just get rid of all of this so I can get some more resources. Okay, so the wood guy is out of wood. So let's move the station to there. And you've got to stop here at some point to pick up some stuff. You start working again. And in fact, we are going to... Oh, not now. We're going to completely cut off this entire part, and we're going to go and get some stones from up here. There we go. Let's remove this mining camp. Let's place another one here, and let's put some platforms. Let's put some platforms here and there. There we go. And you're going to go here, and you're going to pick up some stuff. And this should give us a better source of wood and stone for a while. And if it's not enough, we can go get some stone from there. Let's keep fast forwarding. There's a lot of pauses in the game though. Longer missions can be fairly long at the end mostly. Because when you finish, like the monuments are not that great of an idea, I think. Why aren't you picking it up? Load in, load in. Just pick up the stone. Why doesn't it? Why doesn't it take the stone? There we go. Alright. Yeah, the monuments aren't really like that great as ending objectives because they are mostly waiting, you know. It is mostly just waiting for them to be constructed. And as they are always, or more often than not, the ending objective, um, you do end up waiting for most of the end game. It's like right now not much is happening and we're just waiting for the steel to go into the thing. It's nice because you get to see your trains run around. It's fairly cool to see. But it can be a bit annoying. So for example right now, an hour and 10 minutes on this game alone? Oh yeah, but with some fast forwarding. with a bit of fast forwarding. You know, I haven't been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes. Hey, it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough stone. Well, let's start building. Let's start building out there then. There we go. That way, once it's out, we can just put the thing on there. We need 30 more steel. If they are not able to make 30 more steel, I mean these are 3, so it's only 10. So they need to make 10 more stones, but I don't think they've got 10 more stones in this little. Yeah, alright. They're pretty much gonna be out right now. Okay, you stop working, and you start working. You now go through here, and you stop going through there. There we go. Let's keep going. Okay, yeah, this is time 4, so we definitely didn't spend that much time playing on this one. But if we played at real time, this would have been an hour for now. So, how about that? I'm not gonna stream for too long, I think. I'm gonna do one more game of this, or maybe start a game. I don't know, because I would like to start a game on one of my custom maps, because I think that could be very interesting. Main issue is time, because I don't really have 2 hours on me. I mean, I technically do, but I don't want to spend 2 more hours playing this. And I don't know if I'll keep playing this next week, because as I've said, there's this idea for this game that I could play, and I would enjoy it. I think it could be fun. Could be a chill thing to do next stream, next week. And we can get a dent in the map. I think that could be interesting. And then we'll raid that design field when we are done for today. They're streaming animal well, so we should be able to raid them before the end of the day. Hey, there we go. New record? Sure. Monument completed. What do you mean new record? 1 minute 23 seconds. View high scores. 29 minutes. My score. Down there. Been in 1 hour. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, so there's a lot more of these. But I want to try this map that I did. I want to try this map. So I did that quite a long time ago. And it's like really like based on water. There's a lot of water on this map. So let's see what we can do. We have got no stone and no steel. And just enough steel for I think a few of these. At the start we're gonna have to be resources efficient, though it's not a problem if we do, because we don't need to worry about wasting resources, because like we can remove any kind of stuff we do, and if we build stuff we don't want to build, like for example let me build one of these, we can just put it back in and then sell it for the amount of steel we made, I think. Yeah, it gives back the steel, so we don't have to worry about this. But for now, let's just get some wood going. if we are efficient with our wood, we should be able to get some stuff going on. So let's get locomotive and some wood wagon. You go, you go, you go here, and you deposit here, and let's get some people working on there. The music is really cool too. Like there's like 4, 5 tracks, maybe a bit more, and it's pretty neat. So the goal here is we've got 4 monuments. So we've got this steel monument here, this wood monument here, this stone monument there, and this money monument there. And we're gonna have to use the resources here to build those monuments just like we did last time. The only thing that's different is, so this is a warehouse. I think it allows you to store. I don't no, yeah, okay, warehouse is when you bring some of those things to the warehouse, it gives you more resources. So you can build them right there, and they're fairly expensive, but then like you get some extra wood and extra stuff for every tree you mine. And just in case there's some stone there with some quarry and forestry, and these have infinite amount of wood. So it triggers wood, and this one infinite amount of stones. And we can also build them, but they cost money. The last thing that's interesting is stores. Stores, you bring any kind of resources and it turns it into money. And money is used so for like, there's like tunnels, one-way gates, block systems to make some more complex stuff. Markets, I don't remember what they do, but I do believe they're interesting. Markets are general upgrade, I think, yeah. You get some upgrade stuff that you can use for money. So for example here, transport more things, load faster, get some people to work faster. And you can upgrade individual stations. So here, for example, double press plywood, and so oh, wonky wheels. And then yeah, you can get some upgrades on these structures, there, these ones, using money. So that's all you've got to know. Other than that, we didn't use them, but we've got some slopes that we can put to cross these kinds of slopey terrain, and bridges that you can build out of steel on the water. You've got a few different elevations. I don't remember how you... Oh yeah, you build on top. So like 1, 2, 3, 4 is the maximum height for a bridge. And yeah, so yeah, again, I've made this map myself a while ago to explore the idea of having slopey, watery terrain. And yeah, we didn't try and beat it there. And so we've got like this wood train that's going perfectly fine, but now we want some stone. You know what? I believe hold on, I think I made a mistake, because I thought I at least done the starting bits to make sure we can finish the thing, but I'm not really sure anymore. Let me check the workshop, because there was a message from someone that was like, hey, the map is not completable, and I think he was wrong, but he might have not been wrong. And then I think about it. Community hub, workshop. Oh, there's some cool little things. Most popular files I've posted. And yeah, there's a guy that says start with no stone and there's no way to get any more stone. No station in range and you can't build without any stone. Oh! Well, I thought I solved this issue. But apparently not. Yeah, I build a mining camp, but I don't build station close to it and you don't start with stone. Well, hold on. Let's edit it to put a station there. And here. And that should be more than enough. Let's upload it to the workshop. Perfect. And now let's try and actually play the thing. This time it should be playable. Let's start again. Put this guy to here. Get a train out. Get one of these out. Get some guys to work here. And you start there. You offload there. Go. Alright, so yeah, so I actually made a mistake. I thought I tried this one for a bit, because the idea was to make a more progression-based thing. It's the same for the other map I did, where there's a progression where you start with limited materials, and you've got to make some wood, and then you can use wood to build up to build to the stony area. Then you can use the stone to get higher up, so you can get some steel. And then you can use the steel to make some tunnels. No, to get across gaps and stuff with bridges. And finally, you can make some money. You access a place where you can make some money, and you can use money to make tunnels, and you access the final place in the game. But apparently, I messed it up on this one. That happens. And yeah, we've got some farms here. When we'll need to get a bigger population. With a windmill there. And I tried to use like a fairly decent pattern. I don't remember exactly how I designed it. I remember there was some thought that went into the designing this entire place. In terms of where I put the islands. But I couldn't really tell you. Don't really remember. Let's fast forward a bit. There we go, and we should be able to put a train on there that can take care of stone. Let's get some stonemasons working on this project. Let's make a locomotive and a stone wagon. Put you into here. You go there and pick up the stuff. You go here. Oh. And then put the stuff down. The UI is a bit broken. I think it's because the map is really big. Yeah, see here it works fairly fine, but when you zoom in a lot, here it thinks you're selecting the terrain, and then you go up higher, and then you're on the UI. There we go. Oh no, that's not the correct order. There can be collisions. It's not very interesting though. The only time where it's a problem is when trains collide on the same track face to face, or there are just some random things that can happen sometimes, like trains like perfectly blocking themselves and stuff like this. But it's not very doesn't happen very often. All right, and now we can make some wood and some stone, which now means we can do everything on this map because we've got access to a furnace to make some steel, so we can make some bridges, a city center, so we can get some more inhabitants. But we can also just go here, like take some other places for to make inhabitants. We've got a city center here, warehouse here. We'll try to access the warehouse as soon as possible, because it's an alternate, as I've said, it's an alternative way to get some resources. For now we have to like grab them from here, but we can automatically get them there, and they give, I think, 5 instead of 3 resources in there. And then yeah, how many cities do we have? We have a city there, one here, and another one there. So that is 3 cities that we should be able to use for to get a lot of workers. I think we should be able to get by with 6 workers. I don't want to bother like getting farm to here to windmill to farm. This one I think should be the first town we can easily develop, because we can bring some stuff from... Hold on, this doesn't align. For like, you need to use bridges to... That's badly designed. I thought I was careful about this, but apparently no. You need to... Oh no, you can turn bridges. Okay, so, no, I didn't say anything. I thought you couldn't turn bridges, so I tried to align the stuff, but you can turn bridges. So it's fine. Alright, how about we get some steel going for now? So let's stop this train. Oh, oh. No. And let's stop this one. Let's bring him to here, and let's bring this one to there. And we will need to modify the tracks a bit, because we want a guy that comes here. Onto these tracks, then we want for him to go let's just do something like this, I think, for now. And let's use this train to do that. So you are going to take in from here and take in from there. And deposit here. With a brigade station around here, and we also need to get... Let's see, we need this train here. Let's decouple this to put the stone before. Let's decouple the stone thing. Why? Oh, is the stone thing the other way around? Oh, the stone thing is the other way around. There we go. There we go. And let's get rid of all of this for now. I'm going to bring him back here, and we'll do those tracks afterwards. maybe somewhere else even, because I believe you can construct other garages on one of these garages, and it might be more useful to build some more elsewhere rather than have to bring the carts everywhere. Although we can just bring them. No, we can just take the trains and bring them wherever we want. All right. Skip all the way. Skip back to the point where you are. No, right there. There we go. No. Skip back to the point where you offload into the furnace. There we go. So we can start getting some steel. And our first step is going to access this warehouse. Is going to be accessing this warehouse and have a train that is dedicated to taking stuff from here to here. That way we can get a lot more resources. So we'll just need to build these. We just need to build those bridges. I believe this is how you access them. And once we get enough steel to make the bridges and a few more of those trains, we should be good enough to just cut off the steel access and focus on getting a lot of wood and stone. Oh yeah, it costs too. It's quite a lot. They sound like Pikmin. The little characters, they sound like Pikmins. When you make the speed much higher. Alright, we need 2 more, so that's 4 steel plus let's see, 6 for a new locomotive. 12? Let's go up to 14. Let's go up to 14. I believe 14 steel should be more than enough, and then we'll use the rest of the wood and stone to get some more resources so that we can develop our incomes from wood and stone elsewhere. Alright, yes, that's 1 more steel, and then that should be enough. Let's turn the train off. Get the steel. There we go. So that's the built access to this. We need to get rid of all of this track. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have, well, let's say we only have 1 train that goes from there. It's gonna do a big loop all over. So it comes from the stone and goes to here. Then let me store the train on the stone. Then it goes to the wood. Then it goes to here, and then it goes to there. Let's make a loop so that the train can go around the other way. There we go. And now we should have a single train that gets that does all the thing it needs to do. So you need to pick up here. Let's start where you are right now. Pick up here. Deposit here. Deposit here. pick up here. And let's start you off. And now what we need is a second train, which is going to go all the way there. There we go. Gonna do a whole wrap around there. It's going to come through here. Gonna come up here and then gonna go in there. And then it's gonna come out of here and then go back. And now we should be able... Let's see, let's stop this guy for a while. Okay, we need to make a train that has a stone wagon, then a wood wagon. It's gonna pick up here, pick up there, and then run all over there and deposit in the warehouse. And since they're both going in the same way, they shouldn't hit each other. Or at least not in a way that's problematic. So it can get this, pick this up. It goes all the way out there. While this one does its thing. And then technically if we deposit it here, we should get +5, perfect. And now we've got a fairly steady amount of this, and I think the first task which we're going to accomplish is getting a steady production of these forestry trees and these forestry stones. Maybe in this town right here. Basically the idea is we got a train that picks them up and brings that here. A train that picks them up and brings that here, so that's 2 trains. And then we get one of them big trains that does the whole wraparound and takes everything it needs to take. Let's just shorten the path this way. And this should be interesting because the train, instead of doing a whole turn, should be able to go there, pick this up, and then go there, and then that should shorten its path. Which we do need to take to do because it is fairly slow right now. Let's fast forward a little. Now I do believe we need a lot more steel to get some bridges through here and here. So we can try and start while it's working its way through here, and it's going to be using all of this and all of this. We can start working on a steel production to get some more steel for some stuff, but somewhere else. Maybe using these two right there, these 2 deposits. So let's get a lumbering team there. I do believe we can use a single... I'm wondering what this station... Okay, the station is for the lumber camp. Oh, they do both of them. So I just need a single station there. And maybe even just another one back there. And then we can get a decent production of steel going. And all we need is a simple loop. And once we are out of materials there, and these guys don't have anything to work on, then we'll have a decent amount of planks and bricks, and we can use these to make a decent amount of steel. And then again, the plan is 3 train tracks, one that comes from here to there, one that comes from here to there, and then goes back and forth, and then one that takes the resources and takes them here. And since this is this like recharges itself, refuels itself, we can then basically take some other resources from here, because like a single camp shouldn't be able to go through more than a single one of those, so we can get 2 camps I think, and get a second one to make some steel. Alright, so these are out of stock. Let's remove... Is there still someone working there? No? Oh no, these are natural, okay. This one was natural, so I can't do anything about it. Let's get them to work on here for now. Are we good in terms of wood? Because we do have big distances to cross. Ah well, these are out of work. These are out of work anyway. So let's cut off the access to here and turn this one off and remodel this entire place. Stop. Go from here when you unload, offload to here when you unload, offload. Let's just see what happens when I do this. It automatically takes still, does still. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it will. Oh no, it is depositing inside of there. Okay, it is making steel. Well, let's get a card going to here and then there. You are going to stop whatever you're doing and you are going to come with me. Because you don't need those cards anymore, you need a steel card. Also, I need to make those platforms bigger. And I do believe, not right now. Let's decouple these and send them back into here to sell them, and instead make some steel wagon and send it out, and you are going to go there, pick up the steel and then go here and put it down, and that way we can get a very decent production of steel. Oh, well, that's problematic. It's having trouble. It's having some trouble on this track. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to switch those for these steel tracks, because they allow for the car to be a lot faster. Yeah, the car is much faster on steel tracks, so you can get some speed and get up there. Perfect. Yeah, and then this way we can get some good amount of steel going on. So let's start making some bridges. Place some slopes around there. This is going to be a fairly expensive one. Are you struggling here too? Nice. Alright, nice. So it's picking up the steel. Everything is going fine. And we can get a track that goes to there and then back. Here we need a lumber camp around there with a platform around here. We need one of these. Little loop around. And a bridge, and we can put a train on there and it will make some wood for us. So that is good to know. Let's start working on bridges here now. Hopefully we should be able to get enough steel from this little camp to finish this bridge. We don't need that much. Yeah, that is more than enough. In the meantime, let's start building this here, this there, the platform here, and with a little turnaround. Oh yeah, I'd rather have the bridges here instead, so I can have a little slope there, there. Like this. And let's just wait until they finish their thing. And then we'll start doing some stuff to get a new system around there. And yeah, that should be good. That should be good. So alright, so they are done. Let's send them home. Perfect. And let's stop these ones too. Oh. There we go. You should be out of tasks and this should be your final trip. Okay, well, let's decommission these trains by sending them back to here and recycling their parts. Same for you. You're going straight to... no. Straight inside there. Perfect. And let's get some action going here. Let's see. First... there we go. And let's start with these two trains. We want one traveling there with a locomotive and a wood wagon. Oh. this way. Buy wood wagon, sell it. There we go. Let's slow down. We need for this to be fast forwarded. So you are going to pick up from here and offload here. Go. We are going to do the same over on this track by getting a little train and a little stone carrying station, and you're going to pick up from you are going to pick up from there and offload there. Go. There we go. And now the one final thing we need is a train that's able to pick up from both of these stations. So how about that? This should be more than enough. And let's get a train onto these tracks. One of these, and one of those. And you are going to pick up from there and offload into here. There we go. And it should be able to pick both wood and stone. Yeah, see, the quarries are more than self-sufficient. Sorry, I had something to do quickly. But yeah, we should see our trains just going about and giving us infinite materials. Next thing we need to set up is an infinite source of steel. And after that we should be good to go. So, we're not gonna be playing for much longer, I think, though, because it has been an hour and 40 minutes, so I think I will play for like 20 more minutes, get this infinite steel production going, and then that should be good enough. Now the issue is we don't have enough steel to get some more bridges going, so we might have to completely shift our wood and stone production for a while for a new production of steel. But it just means moving these stations over there, moving this station over here, and then just doing that a whole bunch. So let's start, let's get prepared for this. How about this is the deposit and this is the not deposit. So there, and then we need to take the wood over to like here, and then above to there. How are we going to turn this one around? This way, apparently. Alright, let's switch the production to steel. So you are going to stop depositing this here and you're going to deposit this there instead. And you are going to do the same. Ah, you're not going the correct way. I don't want for you to go this way, around. Alright. No, come back. You're gonna cause some issues. Oh, sorry, resize the window there. You are going to cause some problems in the system. I want you to go this way around. So how about you enter the system? From here, yeah, and you exit from there, like this. No, wait, that's not, no, that's not what I wanted for you to do. You can enter through there. Go on, go. What are you doing? No, skip. Go to the. No, don't go this way. And the one-way gates. The one-way gate costs money, and I don't have any money. Yeah. So to go this way, and then to come out. This way, no. That's a conundrum. I mean, I could have just have it go do that, you know. Technically, that would work because it can go all the way to there. Try to deposit. There's nothing to deposit, and then yeah, it's just that there's a chance it might get stuck. In the meantime, you stop visiting here and instead visit there. And that should be a decent supply of... Oh yeah, no, but it doesn't have a steel weapon anymore. Decouple those. And let's place them... Let's place them there. Let's send in a steel cargo. This way. This way. This way. Alright. And now we should have infinite steel. This should help him a bit. There we go. So let's then start building maybe a second route where another one of those trains could bring it to this station, and another one of those trains could bring it to this station. So we have a train that brings from here to there, one from there to here. This train just does the whole thing, so he's got like 3 wagons. And then we've got 2 more trains that bring from here to here and here to here. So let's get some steel going. We'll set it up right next to this one so that it's not too much trouble to set up. Although for that we would also need more workers. So next step is going to be like get more workers. We're gonna have an issue here. The solution is very simple. We just do this. And a little slope here, and that should be good. Some more up till there, and then we'll link this once this mess is sorted. Let's get a wood station. With a little one of those. There we go. Little roundabout. What's cool is that technically we can place more platforms here and here. Apparently not for this one. No, but we need to switch this, and we can have 2 platforms. So, like you see, Trip seems to be a bit too long for these guys. So let's then send these home. Wait until he comes and picks up the wood. Then we can remove this, and instead, what we can do is that. And then this way they should have 2 platforms, so they can work twice as fast, or like save more. I don't know if it's really that useful, but it's something to. Oh wait, hold on. Alright, no, bridges cost an amount, but then you can build them however you want without needing more. Like, see, this doesn't cost more steel. It's just constructing the basic, the smallest sized ones do. Alright, well, I do think that is enough. So, let's get some final changes on this island. I'm gonna have to turn this one all the way back to be able to put the wagons correctly. Alright, so let's take this train, tell him to stop. It's not too bad. Okay, so we are going to have this one go there, and you're going to stop doing this. Perfect. Let's remove all of this. And you're going to go back here to deposit. You're gonna do that again. Oh, alright, that counts as lower. You don't have to. Yeah, you can just deposit here. And you are going to deposit here and go. Okay, so we are back on this. Now we just need to get these two trains. To go to this station. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to have two stations. One for each type of resource, like this. And then I'm going to need one final one. Oh, we are going to... No, we're not going to have any issues, because this platform needs to be one longer. So you can just go this way and go this way. Because the second platform is for the steel. There we go. Let's switch these around for steel roads to avoid the train getting stuck. And same for these. Alright, you can deposit, then take, and then take. Go. And now we just need two more trains. This is a wood train. That is going to deposit here and take here. Go. Why are you stuck? Oh, that's why you're stuck. Let's also get some workers back on there. Oh, they're already working here, but let's lower the amount. There we go. So we can get some workers that are working on the steel ones. And let's prepare the stone guy, and we need to put him. Let's see. Fix up this track. Get rid of this one. And finally get a little slope right there. Then all you need to do is to deposit here and pick up from there. And now we should have a fully sustainable wood, bricks and steel factory in a way. So wood is produced here. They go there, pick it up, and then go all the way around. And deposit it inside of there. If there's enough room, obviously. This one goes all the way there and picks up stone from there, and it then deposits here. It's there, we've got 2 more trains. This one takes wood from here, just the same, and deposits it on the furnace. And this cart over there does the same thing, and deposits its stone at the same place. And finally, oh, I mean, it sorts itself out in the end, but that's not very ideal. Though I think I know how I could solve this. There we go. Should pick up a bit of speed also from this, which could help with the double ramp here. And so yeah, it comes all the way there. And picks up both stone and wood. Okay, also and also pick some steel. And I forgot to make this one longer. And then it can deploy all of it inside of there. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So if I fast forward for a while, we should see those trains create a constant amount of wood, stone, and steel. I do believe there's something wrong with this map. It's the fact that you can really easily access those wood platforms right from the get-go. Oh, hold on. Old quarries. Why? Okay, no, I thought the quarries were gone. It's just potentially a bug. Yeah, it is potentially a bug. Let's see. What if I try to place a quarry above here? It appears gray. Okay. And above there. Okay. So there is a quarry. It's just that you don't see the surrounding. What I would have done is I would have made those quarries harder to access. And to do that, like making those chunks of wood and rock a lot more useful. And to do that, I would have put some walls on there, and you would have had to go here and get some money, and then you can do some tunnels through the walls, which is what I did there. So here, for example, you can't go in there directly. You need to use some bridges, or you can use a lot of steel and just make a giant bridge from up here to all the way there. I'm not even sure that works because this is, I think, the highest block in the map. But yeah, I believe this is going to be it for now. I'm gonna let this run in the background for a while. So really cool game. I really wanted to play a bit more of it, and I might continue playing during the week. Next week at least. I'm done for streaming this week, but yeah, next week I might keep going. It depends, you know. I think in the weekend I think about this game I was talking about, this liminal experience, about going through the full rooms. If I think it would be good to finish off with this before I go on a holiday, then I'll play that for the week. That should be 2, maximum 3 streams. Apparently it's around 5 hours of playtime. So yeah, that should be good. Else, we'll just keep going on Soko Loco Deluxe, I think, because it is fairly chill and it's also fairly enjoyable. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I'm just going to let this maybe run for no. Put this on fast forward. Wait, hold on. Oh, this one is stuck. Why is it stuck? Oh, wait. Okay, I accidentally did destroy. I wasn't sure. I heard some destruction noise, but I wasn't sure. I actually did when I was placing the quarry. So interesting. So the quarry. Huh? Okay, no, it does destroy them. Wait a second. This bridge still works, but it is completely free. Like, hold on. Wait, did I just... Okay, hold on. Look, here I'm constructing... I'm gonna do this with something else. Alright. I'm constructing a two-layer thing. I've got 40... I'm gonna stop... Because I... Hold on, I need to check something. Alright. I've got 42. I'm placing a double height bridge. I am destroying it with the forestry, which gives me 2 more. Oh, that's infinite steel. Okay, what's happening, I think, is that when you do this, and you try to do that, it destroys the bottom part of the bridge, and since it's the bottom part, it gives steel, or maybe it just gives steel because of this, but then that leaves the top part, which is completely usable, and you can then destroy it again to get some more steel. So you can like do this, and then destroy the bottom, and then destroy the top, to get an infinite amount of steel. I'm not gonna do that. That's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. So you can turn 2 steel into infinite steel. Because 2 for this, since it only takes 2 to build up as high as you want. And then you can just make some infinite steel. Alright. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to stop the stream there. That is going to be it for today. Oh yeah, we're going to be raiding that design field before I forget. So let me see. Let me open their stream. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this chill playthrough of Soko Loco Deluxe. It's been very fun, and I wish to see you next time. And in the meantime, have a nice week. And we are going to raid. I mean, there's only one guy. Oh, he's streaming Riven. Nice, nice. Let's see. So I think I'm alone in this chat, but if I'm not, and if I'm mistaken, thank you for watching, and I am going to raid that design field. So let's launch a raid to that design field, that design field, that design field, and we're gonna start a raid. So yeah, can I make it quicker? Because there is gonna take a while. Yeah, let's raid right now. Well, I'll see you then. Have a nice day, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
We've got a dome down here, and their lights aren't on. So, if the intention is to leave via a different dome, this